This assignment I chose the topic that is very near and dear to my heart. I chose to discuss the public issue of breast cancer. Breast cancer was first mentioned in Egypt around 1600 BC. Since then, breast cancer has been affecting everyone from every different aspects of life all over the world. Every year, 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. It's a disease that does not discriminate. It does not matter if you are male or female, if you are black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Greek, or Pacific Islander. No matter the race, everyone is subjective to breast cancer. According to the National Breast Cancer Association, white women have a higher risk of developing breast cancer, but the tumors are more aggressive in the African American women. A personal story: in August of 2013, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was 23 years old and I was living in Germany, and I had to silently and alone watch my mother pass away from a completely different country. This is not only affecting me, but it affected the close people in my life. My friends, my distant family, the kids at the school that my mother worked for, her friends, their family, my coworkers, and so many more people. I truly believe that women are the backbone of our community. We are bred to be strong, and we are taught that we are superwomen and that nothing can stop us. Growing up in my neighborhood, my mom wasn't my mom, whether she was your mother or my mother. Everyone's mother treated every kid on the block as if they were their kid. If you got in trouble at my house, you got in trouble at your house, and vice versa. Most communities grow and learn with women, and most women are strong. They are the strong, influential person in their life. Those women raise children. They teach them right from wrong, help them with their schoolwork, and mold them to be great adults. Without a womanly figure in the neighborhood, some of the children may lose themselves, which is why I feel the topic of breast cancer should be discussed and better researched. I believe the topic is to be more addressed because a lot of people think it is the norm when it shouldn't be. A woman having breast cancer should not be regular to us. And I know a lot of people who think that it is. Like, oh, a woman has breast cancer, it was bound to happen eventually. I believe that fund runs and GoFundMe accounts should be created to raise awareness for breast cancer, not as a publicity stunt, which I think a lot of them are now. A lot of people think that marching for a cure helps the cause when really it does nothing. It does nothing for the person who is currently going through chemo. It does absolutely nothing for the family who is watching that person suffer and go through chemo. I feel it's just an easy way for people to say, hey, look at me, I'm making a difference, when really you're not. When speaking about breast cancer, people recognize the potential commercial appeal of breast cancer awareness as an abstract concept. When the pink ribbon started to be developed, originally it was a symbol of solidarity, but eventually it became a symbol. Suddenly it became less about fighting breast cancer, more about selling awareness, but not really explaining what it meant. I'm really disgusted by the attempt to capitalize on breast cancer, a very fatal and serious disease, but most people see it as a get rich quick scheme. Getting involved with breast cancer awareness is a great power move for some companies that want to make themselves look socially responsible, but when in reality, they're not doing anything about breast cancer. So for my public health policy, I feel like mammograms should be given at a younger age, and we should give out more information on how to properly do a self-test. Although there are studies that show that most women find out they have breast cancer once they are postmenopausal, Early detection saves more lives. This policy will affect those women who are 21 and older. Currently, you have to be 40 to receive a mammogram. There will also be screening for men if they like, because like I stated earlier, breast cancer does not discriminate. The breast cancer self-test does help to an extent, but a lot of young women have no clue what they're looking for. There are fat cells and glands in our breast that can feel similar to lumps, and if you don't know how to properly identify the difference, a fat cell can be mistaken for a lump. The policy will address the health issue in every single awareness and letting more women know that mammograms and breast exams can detect breast cancer at an earlier stage. I don't believe that much will change by enacting this policy, but I do believe that more eyes will be opened and more people will be excited to go and ensure that they will not be one of the 1 in 8 women that are diagnosed with breast cancer this year. And if they are diagnosed with breast cancer, the goal is to ensure that we find it early so we can start a treatment. The copay for a mammogram averages around $100 per person. I understand that this is costly, especially if starting mammograms at a younger age, but early detection is key. The $100 a person pays now to receive a mammogram can save them and their loved ones a whole lifetime. There are many insurance companies that do cover mammograms like Medicare, Medicaid, or TRICARE. The rest of enacting this policy is that we are subjecting you to a tiny bit of pain that comes with the mammogram. Mammograms are not comfortable and they are by no means fun, but as I stated earlier, early detection is the key. We're also opening the doors and making more clinics ensure that they have the technology available for 2 or 3D mammogram. People who are currently affected with breast cancer may not see much of a difference in the policy that I'm trying to enact. However, I'm sure they will be thankful because this will in turn help their daughters, nieces, and granddaughters. I don't think there are many people who are against breast cancer screening. As I stated before, breast cancer has touched millions of people in this world, and a ton of people are currently living that nightmare. No one wants to see their mother or their grandmother or their best friends lose that battle to breast cancer when it could have been prevented with early detection. No one wants to watch a loved one suffer or lose their hair or lose weight and continue to be weak hours after hours of chemotherapy and multiple pills that they have to take on top of taking chemotherapy. When speaking to the legislators, I would specifically tell them my personal story and relate to them on that personal level. I feel that most people can relate to knowing someone or having someone close to them with breast cancer or any type of other cancer. I feel like the only people who are against this policy will be those who are against strong women. Many may not believe it, but I do believe that women run the world. There are glass ceilings in place that keep us down, but the woman is running the household. The woman is bearing the children. The woman is teaching the children and providing these children, and not only providing, but we give them lives. I know my fiance would lose his head if it wasn't attached to his shoulders without me. And I know there are plenty of men who are very dependent on their wives to keep them going every single day. Behind every strong man is an even stronger woman. And if that stronger woman had early breast cancer detection, the chance of breast cancer could be minimized. Breast cancer is the number 2 killer in women after lung cancer. In 2011, 58,000 women died from breast cancer. It is a fact that these women were diagnosed with breast cancer in an early stage, having a higher survival rate than those who were detected late. It sucks to watch loved ones die from a disease that could have been stopped by early detection. No one wants to arrange hospice for that woman that they call their superwoman. I don't believe it'll take much fight to enact this policy. Everyone at any given time can be affected by breast cancer. With over 3 million women living with breast cancer now, early detection is the key, and by implementing earlier mammograms and better information on personal breast exams, we can slowly get that number to decline.